Good evening, all of you. Yes, good evening, all of you. Once again, welcome to the session. And yes, today is a special date to remember. It's 5th of September, Teachers' Day. Before I start speaking, I want a confirmation from all of you. Is my voice audible? Am I audible to all? Okay, there are so many names. Still, I would like to take some names. Reharshita, Archita, Anisha, Saswat, Manisha, Amrita, Ayush, Maliram, Swengsu, Habiba, Oru, Ayush, Dikshita. Okay. Yes, I welcome all of you to this session, and believe me, today's session is going to be different because we are not going to discuss the same grammar that we had been discussing in the previous classes. This session is pretty different. We'll be discussing something beyond books. My hearty welcome to all of you. I welcome all of you to the session once again. Okay, okay, thank you. So many purple hearts for me. Okay, thank you so much. So just any one of you write down that the audio and the video both are clear. If I get a confirmation, I would begin. Just a confirmation that the audio and the video both are clear. Both audio and video? Okay, fine. Thanks, Geisha. Yes, both are clear. All are clear. Okay, all clear. Yeah, fine. So before I begin today's session, I would like to take a few moments, few minutes, and share some things, some memories with my students that I have already spent around 10 years of my career into teaching, and believe me, I thoroughly enjoy doing it. I am a passionate teacher. I feel every day is an opportunity, every day is a chance for me to meet, to teach my students, not only teach the students, but I also get to learn a lot of things from all of you. I sometimes feel that if somebody is a teacher, it is all because of the students. It's the students that make the teacher. So I am very happy, I'm very proud to be into this profession, and I'm very glad that despite of all the hurdles during this pandemic, we are still meeting each other. In fact, virtually, but at least we are meeting each other. Okay, now before we get into the session, I would like to ask one thing to all of you. So what do you think that what is the most important, I would like to say, what is the most important way that you judge a person? आप जब किसी को meet करते हो तो आप उसमें क्या क्या देखते हो? What are the things that you observe? I'm making the question even simpler. See, as I told you, we are not going to do grammar today. हम लोग आज grammar नहीं पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन जो आज हम यहाँ पे सीखेंगे वो हमारे काम में आएगा because हमको we need some life skills. What are life skills? Let me tell you what are life skills. Skills that help you to survive in this competitive era. important thing. The most important thing is to yes, the life skill. आपकी जो life skills हैं. See, your education is only restricted to your marks and degrees. But how do you impact a person? What do you think? आप जब किसी से meet करते हो तो वो कौन से सारे factors हैं जो impact create करता है? Let us first start talking with impact. Yes, somebody has written behavior and character. I don't know the name exactly. It's written PK Rao, but let me tell you one thing. When you meet someone, how will you know about the character? I'm talking about the first few seconds. First few seconds when you meet somebody. Okay, Habiba has written when you communicate with someone. ठीक है, मान के चलिए आप communicate नहीं कर रहे हो, आप जिसे ऑब्जर्व करते हो वो दूर कहीं खड़ा है, ज्यादा दूर नहीं, आपके ही थोड़े से दूर खड़ा है, आप उसे ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो और उस ऑब्जर्वेशन से लेट्स से जस्ट टेक 10 सेकंड्स, फर्स्ट 10 सेकंड्स ओनली ऑब्जर्वेशन. तो आप क्या क्या फैक्टर्स आप देखोगे? व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स थ्रू व्हिच यू विल जज द पर्सन? See, I will tell you one thing. This is important because I hope you all will be working professionals. You all will get into different professions. Somebody may become a doctor, somebody may become an engineer, some may get into creative field. So wherever you go, the most important thing is that you have to work with people. सबसे ज्यादा और डिफिकल्ट काम है आपको दूसरों के साथ काम करना है. Talk with, you have to work with people. So you should have that ability to certain extent to know about them. What are the things? Yes, I got the word. The word that I was looking was body language. That's written by Archita Behra. Correct. See, behavior, I'll tell you one thing. The correct word is body language. It's not behavior. When a person is meeting you, कोई अगर आपसे first time meet कर रहा है, तो उसका तो behavior अच्छा ही रहेगा ना, वो थोड़ी आपसे बुरा behave करेगा. That's not the fact. But उसकी जो body language है, that sometimes give you a lot of hint that how the person is. A lot of times, body language से I'll tell you what happens in interviews. Interviews में जब whenever there is an interview, जब interviews होता है, तो आपकी जो 60% वेटेज बॉडी लैंग्वेज और नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन. सम ऑफ यू आर स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स, अगर आपको नहीं मालूम है तो आपको जानना चाहिए. यू शुड नो दिस. दे फोकस ऑन नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन. इफ आई से नॉन वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन मींस कुछ ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं जो हम बोलते नहीं हैं. वी डोंट स्पीक. Non-verbal मतलब जो हम नहीं बोलते हैं. Verbal means which we speak. Non-verbal means, see, right now you can see me before you. You can see my facial expression. You can see the way I'm moving my hands. You can see the way I'm looking at you. So this is my non-verbal way of communicating. So ये जो body language है, ये जो non-verbal communication है, these are very important in terms when you are meeting someone. Right? What is the next thing that you look? The next thing is when the person speaks. The next important thing is when the person speaks with you. And the most common question that we confront is, what is the most common question that we confront? Tell me something about yourself, or to describe or to speak a few lines about yourself. So can anyone, okay, how are you is, yes, it's a question, how are you, but when the person wants to know about you. Now let's take an example, let's take an example of school students. Agar koi school student hai, he or she is selected for some let's say school competition, and the student has to go to some other school. स्टूडेंट को दूसरे कोई स्कूल में जाना पड़ेगा to attend some competition. So when you reach there, what do? After reaching there, you become friends. You may meet new people, you may meet new teachers, and what's the question they may ask you? Tell me something about you. Say me a few things about you. So now your task is, what do you think? अगर कोई आपसे पूछ रहा है कि tell me something about yourself. What are the things that you should include? What are the information that you should give or you should furnish? क्या informations देनी चाहिए? Yes, what informations do you think that you should tell when somebody is asking you? Anybody? Like if I ask you a question, tell me a few lines, speak something about you. What will you say? Yes, I've got the first answer from Amrita. It is name, school name, standard, place. Okay. First, we should introduce ourselves by saying our name. Okay, accepted. First thing is name. The first major thing is your name. Now, I know many of you are debaters over here, are good speakers. Some school students are here. They speak. They are fabulous in speaking. I know some students, school students. They are excellent in speaking. So you should, yes, personal background. रमेश personal background में बहुत सारी चीजें ऐड हो जाती है. तो आप जब personal background बोलते हो तो उसमें आपकी marital status आ जाता है, आप बहुत सारा ऐड हो जाता है. No, we will restrict it. हम लोग थोड़ा professional रखेंगे अपनी introduction को. Imagine you're meeting a stranger. अगर आप किसी stranger को meet करते हो, तो you need not furnish too much of information. आपको filter करना है information. What information you need to filter out and give? Let's say you are studying in DAV CDA and you go to DAV Chandrasekharpur Bhubaneswar to attend a competition, and there a teacher asks you, okay, tell me a few lines about yourself. What do you need to answer? The first and the most important thing, which most of you have answered, I agree with it. The first thing is, the first important thing is to, that's an option. That's an option. You can greet the person, or you can directly start with your introduction by telling your name. But tell me, what are the sentences that I can use when I'm telling my name? कौन से sentences मुझे use करनी चाहिए? So I'm telling my name. So what should I say? I am Atushi. My name is Atushi. What is the correct sentence to be said? What is the correct sentence? Tell me. It's better if you write with full sentence. Let's say your name is Amrita. You can write down I am Amrita. जो भी आपको लगता है, जो sentence आपको लगता है कि हाँ सही है, इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए बोलना चाहिए, आप वो सेंटेंस ऐड कर सकते हो. I have got a response. Okay, no, no, we are not going to parents' name now, Saishri. We are not going to parents' name. We are only concentrating on your name. The first important thing that you should say. Hi, this is Divyanshi. I am Pratik Das. Myself, Archita Behra. Okay, this is Amrita non-standard. I'm Amrita formal. Okay. I won't say it is non-standard Amrita. It's not non-standard. I'll come to it what it is. I'm giving you 4 options. I'm giving you 4 options. I am. My name is. Myself. And this is. Let's say this is 1, 2. Is it visible? Yeah. 3. You have to bear with my handwriting. I write like this. What to do? Okay. 1 is I am. 2, my name is. 3, myself. 4, this is. Now you tell me 1, 2, 3, 4. Which are appropriate? आप नंबर लिख दो. आपको अगर लगता है कि 2 ठीक है, 3 ठीक है, 4 ठीक है, so you can write down the numbers. You can write down the numbers. Let me see how much. How much you know? Yeah. We are only focusing on name, Akesh. You don't need to go to your school and everything. हम लोग सिर्फ अभी name discuss कर रहे हैं. 1 2 3 1 2 4. अच्छा, why not 3? You all have not written 3. Okay, let me tell you. I won't take much time. Myself is incorrect because it is possessive pronoun. Okay, fine. Oh my God, Habiba is like, she's given the perfect answer. Okay. See, I am is correct. So I'll put a tick mark. My name is correct. I'll put a tick mark again. This is also correct. I'll put a tick mark. But myself is incorrect. Please try to understand. Myself गलत है. अब ये मत बोलो कि उस मूवी में उस हीरो ने ये myself कहा था. उस एक्टर ने, उस सेलिब्रिटी ने अपना इंट्रोडक्शन, उस क्रिकेटर ने अपना इंट्रोडक्शन में myself कहा था. जिससे जो कहना है कहने दो. हमें सही जानना है. We need to know what is the right structure. And yes, myself is a blunder, I would say. Why? Because myself is a possessive pronoun. Grammatically गलत है. Myself एक possessive pronoun है, and we cannot start a sentence with myself. Send myself, yourself, herself. Mostly ये sentence के end में आता है. For example, I cook my food myself. I wash my clothes myself. So I am not going to add this myself in the beginning. Am I correct? I mean, have you all understood what I'm trying to say? Now coming to 1 and 2, these are most formal one. ये formal है, accepted है. आप कहीं भी जाओ, सब accept करेंगे. अगर आप I am बोलते हो या फिर my बोलते हो, अगर आपको थोड़ा सा और you want to sound a little bit more fluent, तो आप इसको contract भी कर सकते हो. Instead of saying my name is, you can write down, I mean you can speak my name. थोड़ा सा fast, if you want to sound a little bit more fluent, or you can say I am. Hey, I am Atushi. Right. Coming to the fourth option. Fourth one is a bit informal. It's not non-standard, Amrita. I would say it's non-standard. Yeah, informal. So when you are in, let's say when you are talking to your teachers, when you are in an interview, it should be I am or my name is. Avoid this is, and yes, a big no to myself. I said a big no to myself. Please avoid it. It is not going to, rather it is going to ruin your persona or your personality or the impression that you're going to create. Name is done. Coming to the next one is the next one is where do you belong to? How will you say? Where do you belong to? See, don't think that you will stay here in Qatar. Right? It's a small place. And of course, you all would be going out and venturing into the different sectors. So, आप जब यहाँ से बाहर जाओगे, तो first is your name. उसके बाद आपको बोलना है आप कहाँ से belong करते हो. It should be systematic. ऐसा नहीं कि पहले नाम, फिर आप family के बारे में बोलो, फिर आप बोलोगे मैं कहाँ से हूँ. No. First is name, then comes your hometown. Next is your hometown. Tell me, what are the sentences that I can frame to speak about my hometown? What are the sentences that I can use to frame to talk about my hometown? I hope you all know what is the hometown, the place where I am. I spent my childhood. Can I say is Gyanendra a bit, what is this ISS? My hometown is Cuttack. I'm from Cuttack. Okay, I'm from Odisha. Okay. I am from or I belong to, accepted, done, sub accept hai. Acha, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा हो, कुछ अलग हो सकता है. Can we frame some different sentences? Cuttack is my hometown. अच्छा, Cuttack is my hometown. No, instead of that, I reside in Cuttack. Fine, you can say that. I live in my hometown. I live in my hometown. I'm basically from Indore. Okay. रमेश, आई वुड सजेस्ट आप ये जो बेसिकली वर्ड है इसको ड्रॉप कर दीजिए, बिकॉज ये बहुत ही इस वर्ड का यहाँ पे कोई इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं है, इसीलिए बोलने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आई एम बेसिकली फ्रॉम दिस, आई एम जनरली. तो ये जो सारी वर्ड्स है, इन वर्ड्स की इन सेंटेंसेस में कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आप उसको सिंपल रखो और सिंपली बोलो आई एम फ्रॉम इंदौर. No, you're not supposed to ask the person a question. जरूरी नहीं है कि कोई क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है तो उसको उल्टा क्वेश्चन पूछो, where is your hometown? No, that depends on the situation. अगर इंटरव्यूअर है तो you can't ask him, sir, where is your hometown? No, no. It depends on what situation you are. Okay, I'll come to this. Some of you have given the right answer. I am from. I belong to. Done. Any other sentence? I said. Vimala Mishra. Okay, thank you so much, Vimala. Now, coming to the next one is my resident is correct. No, no, no. I belong to. Correct. Now the next. और क्या अलग बोल सकते हैं? I can say. I hope this works. I am raised up, right? I hope my handwriting is clear, or still trying to write a little so that it's clear. I am born and brought up. What do these sentences mean? If I say I am raised up and I am born and brought up, इन दोनों सेंटेंस में क्या डिफरेंसेस, इन दोनों सेंटेंस की मीनिंग क्या है? No, Aditya, birthplace. If you say birthplace, it is giving you a different idea, because many a times क्या होता है, आप पैदा कहीं होते हो, आपकी चाइल्डहुड और कहीं होता है, आप पढ़ाई और कहाँ करते हो, तो ये birthplace is giving an idea कि आप वहाँ पे पैदा हुए थे. Generally हम लोग क्या करते हैं, we take, I mean, kids are born in the maternal home, they मम्मी के घर में पैदा होते हैं, and then they come back, so that avoid. Yes, Yash, I'm raised up means I am grown up there. Okay, coming to this, I am raised up, बड़ा होना. I am born and brought up, born and then brought up. So I'm born and brought up in Cuttack. I'm raised up in Cuttack. These are the other options. If you want to sound a little different, I have been raised up somewhere, which means that I have learned things or studied there. Okay, fine. Okay. Yes. So these are the other options that you can. Are the sentences that you can frame. Now imagine a situation. I'm telling you a situation, you tell me the sentence. I'm telling you a situation, you tell me a sentence. Suppose my hometown is somewhere else. Listen to me carefully. My hometown is somewhere else and I am staying somewhere else. कभी-कभी होता है ना कि हम hometown कहीं और होता है, लेकिन हम job कहीं और करते हैं, तो हम वहाँ रहते हैं. जैसे my hometown is Cuttack, लेकिन मैं जॉब हूँ तो मैं कलकत्ता में रहती हूँ. So how will I frame that sentence? I'll repeat it once again. I'm born at one place, but I'm working. But presently, as I'm working, I stay some other place. How will I frame the sentence? Voice isn't coming, Yash. For a fraction of a second, there was a pause in the recording. Just for a fraction of a second. I think it's fine. Okay. Again, a sentence by Habiba. I was born in Cuttack. Wait, I was born here. I was born. Okay. Rather, instead of saying I was born in Cuttack, my hometown is Cuttack, but presently I am staying, or presently I am living in Delhi. It's fine now, yes. I'm born and brought up in Cuttack, but I'm raised up. Huh? No, born and brought up and raised up both are same. I don't know who is this. Atish. Born, brought up, and raised up. Both the sentences are same, so you cannot frame like that. Yes, good evening, Abhishek. I'm born in Cuttack, or my hometown is Cuttack, but presently I'm staying at, or presently I'm living in Bangalore as I'm working in an organization. So this is how you need to frame the sentence. Born in dash and brought up in dash. That means you've taken birth in a different separate place and you've spent your childhood in a separate place. Sanvi. But generally, you know what is born and brought up is one phrase. It comes together. Okay. I hope you all know the difference between live and living. Live and living. I remember I had discussed it in one of my live sessions. Difference between live and living. Quickly tell me what's the difference between live and living. Acha, Divyanshi, correct. I'm from Cuttack, but now I'm living in Mumbai. I was born and brought up in Cuttack, and my workplace is Delhi. Workplace is Delhi. Okay. Difference between live and living. We had discussed it in one of the sessions. अरे टेंस नहीं, मुझे मतलब बताओ. वो तो पता है. Live is simple present and ing is continuous. Living means anybody is currently staying. Okay. Live means live. You all are making it a grammar class. I'm trying to make it a communication, a class where we need to learn communication, how to communicate effectively. No. I mean to say live means permanently. अगर आप कहीं पे रहते हो तो आप live बोलोगे. अगर आप permanently रहते हो तो live. I am also getting this is permanent and this is temporary. Done. Permanent आप रहते हो तो live. अगर temporary है तो living. So if it's Cuttack is somewhere where I live permanently, so I'll use live. But temporary hai for 2-3 years and somewhere else, so I'll write down living. I'm from Indore, but now I'm working in Goa. I live in India, but I'm living in Cuttack. How is it possible? Cuttack to India ke andar hi hai. You can't write it, Abhishek. Living means temporary, live means permanent. Yes, Sami, correct. Okay, Vimala Mishra is Aditya Mishra. Fine. So you understood. So I can frame a sentence like this. My hometown is Cuttack. Currently, I am staying in Bangalore. Or currently, I am living in Bangalore. As because living is temporary. Done? Okay. Coming to the next one. First is name. Then comes your hometown. उसके बाद आप क्या बोलोगे? उसके बाद क्या बोलना चाहिए? उसके बाद क्या बोलोगे आप? After your name, your hometown, what else are you supposed to speak or say? Family background? Are you sure? School. about education, family background, detailed education. I have got two options, two choices, which I have got from you. One is you have written about family, second you have written about education. कौन सा बोलना चाहिए आपको, फैमिली के बारे में बोलना चाहिए या एजुकेशन के बारे में बोलना चाहिए? Which is more important? Which is more important means यहाँ पे family, I know family is very important, but which is more important as per introduction? Which is more important when you're introducing? Yes, your education is next thing that you should speak about. It's your education, and if I say education, your school, the course that you're doing, everything is included in that. So that is what I'll say, educational qualification. So you remembered first is name, second is hometown, third is your educational qualification. It's your education. You are known by the education that you have, right? Okay. Coming to your educational qualification, first we'll start with school students. School students क्या बोलोगे? School students क्या बोलोगे? I'll come to it, Ramesh, when to talk about family. Family के बारे में मैं बताऊंगी. अभी हम लोग एक के बाद एक कवर कर लें, फिर I'll explain you when to talk about family and what to speak about family. Talking about it, profession is something different, Rachita. Profession, education नहीं. Education है, education मतलब आप क्या पढ़ाई किए हो अभी तक या क्या पढ़ रहे हो. प्रोफेशन मतलब आप क्या काम करते हो, दोनों अलग है. पहले आपका एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन आएगा, उसके बाद आपका प्रोफेशन आएगा. तो आप अभी एजुकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन के ऊपर फोकस करो. व्हाट इज दैट? ओके, अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ क्लास 7th. I am in class, I'll take class 10, or I am in 10th standard, or I am in 10th grade. In some places, I'll tell you, especially outside India, they call standard or class as grade. Even in some of the metropolitan cities also, they call it as grade. हम वहाँ पे वो grade बोलते हैं, and they will ask you which grade are you in. Then don't think that they're asking about your mark sheet and grades. No, they're asking about your class. They're asking about your standard. I am of 10th grade. I am in 10th grade, not off. I am in 10th grade. I am studying in 8. I'm studying in class 8. Aditya, I am in 10th grade. A student of 7th grade. A student, I am Sanvi, a student of 7th grade from DAV Public School. With that, add the name of the school. From whatever is the name of the school. This is for school students. I'll come to the one who are in college or those who are working. ये अभी school students के लिए है. I'll come to the next one. I'm in 9th grade. Okay. नहीं, 9th grade. उसके बाद you have to also add the name of the school. Now, आप अगर किसी को information दे रहे हो, then your information should be correct. It should be proper. It should contain all information. The other person should not wait कि अरे आपको दूसरे को कोई मौका नहीं देना चाहिए कि वो दोबारा आपको पूछे कि आप कौन से स्कूल से हो. In one sentence you complete. I am in 10th grade from DAV Public School. I'm in plus 2 first year. I'll tell you one thing, Yash. ये plus 2 first year वाला जो है, ये यहाँ पे ही होता है. आप कहीं पे भी बाहर जाओ तो इसको 11th ही कहते हैं. Because in most of the places, 11th is actually a school, not a college. I have not gone that, Aditya. I'm talking about education. I'm not talking about your qualification. I am in 4th grade, Dikshita. I am in 4th grade from New Stuart School. Yes, correct. आई एम इन 11th नहीं, आई एम इन 11th के बाद आपको यूज करना है आई एम इन 11th क्लास स्टैंडर्ड या फिर ग्रेड 11th क्या है, व्हाट 11th, यू हैव टू ऐड दैट. Okay, done. Educational qualification is done. For schools, it is done. Now coming to college students. Coming to college students. I have seen many students, if you ask them, I'm talking to the college students, if you ask them about their educational qualification, they will say, I'm an engineer, I'm doing my engineering, bas khatam. No, all information should be given in one sentence. I have been always focusing one particular sentence में सारी information include होनी चाहिए. For example, I am, if अगर आप continue कर रहे हो, if you are already continuing, I am pursuing, the word pursuing means doing, continuing. I am pursuing my final year BTech, or I'm pursuing my BTech final year. I am pursuing my BTech final year. Then you need to write down in the stream of computer science from XYZ college. Now see what's happening. 11th grade is no more college. Actually, यहाँ पे ही college है, but otherwise actually 11th जो है वो it's also a school, so you can say 11th grade, no problem. Coming to this one, I am pursuing my BTech final year. Now see what all information I am using here. Pursuing is continuing. BTech is कौन सा आप course क्या कर रहे हो? Which year? What is your stream and which college? 4 important information I have included. You have to frame it in complete sentence, and in complete sentence, name of the college. अगर आपका नाम college का नाम है, let's say KIT, KIIT, so you need to tell it in full form. Need not tell it in short. You need to tell it in full. It's very impressive if you tell it in full. I am continuing or pursuing my BTech final year. After that, you need to add the subject or the stream that you have, and you have to also add the college. One complete sentence giving all the information. I am pursuing my last master pharmacy. Last year of Ramesh. Last year of master pharmacy from this university. Done? Okay. Now, one more thing I want to say over here, I want to add over here. Sometimes when we talk about educational qualification, I have seen कुछ है, suppose वो BTech पढ़ रहे हैं, and they will start their introduction like this. I have done my 10th in 2002, then my 12th in 2004, then I did my I'm doing my engineering. See, if you are doing engineering, or let's say if you are doing your MBA, so then it is by default you have already done your 10th and 12th. So you don't have to tell in detail मैंने 10th किया, मैंने 12th किया, उसके बाद में engineering. No, directly come to your highest educational qualification. If you talk about your highest educational qualification, that implies that other पहले के तो आपने किए ही होंगे. Otherwise, how can you come to a graduation? How can you do your graduation? Okay, done. After educational qualification, coming to the occupation. Now, can anyone tell me what does occupation mean? is the meaning of occupation? What is the meaning of occupation? When do you say about, when do you talk about occupation? अगर मैं बोलूं occupation, तो what does it mean? A job. Okay, Sanvi has written a job. Profession. Okay. Career status. Job. Okay. Now, if I now you have all written this. Now I'll give you one more word. Do you think home? Do you think housewife? Is it an occupation? Way of earning, or I earn my living by? Do you think housewife is an occupation? A job or profession? Is it an occupation? Yes, ma'am, he has written. But what do you mean by yes? Do you think this is an occupation? No, somebody has written no. I'm working in health department for 10 years. Ramesh, your correct sentence will be, I have been working in health department for 10 years. I have been working. वो am जो है वो have been हो जाएगा. No, I'm getting a no answers. Now let me tell you, housewife is also an occupation. It is also an occupation because occupation means what are you occupied? आप कौन से काम में occupied हो? Whether you earn money or not, that is irrelevant. Homemaker sounds better than housewife. Yes, I agree. But as I didn't want to use the word homemaker, I would come to that later on. But believe me, this is also an occupation. And somebody has written about homemaker, that's absolutely correct. Homemaker sounds more smarter. Homemaker is smarter than housewife. And it is an occupation. Occupation means what are you occupied. So in your case, like you also, how will you talk about your occupation? Student occupation के बारे में क्या बोलेंगे? Simply, I'm a student. Because you've already told about your educational qualification. So occupation is not needed for a student. Yes, for working professionals, if it is occupation, then you can talk about your experience. Like I would take one sentence said by Ramesh. I have written a good sentence over here. I have been working for 10 years in pharma company. That's my occupation. Or I can say I am an engineer in XYZ company. Is it clear? I hope occupation is clear to all of you. Occupation, you will only say, let's say you are introducing your mother. So her occupation is she's a homemaker. But when you are talking about, let's say you are talking about yourself and you're already working, at that time you will talk about occupation. If you're not working and you are just a student, then your educational qualification is enough. So first is name, then is your hometown, then comes your educational qualification. Next one comes your hobbies, which is very, very important. Tell me, what will you say in hobbies? Now, before we go into hobbies, tell me, what are the different? What is there any difference between hobby and your interest? Is there any difference between your hobby and your interest? hobby and interest both are same? Is it, ma'am? Don't know. Okay, I pass my leisure time. Yes, Sanvi has written about leisure, but my question over here, I'll come to that. But my question is hobby and interest. No, Yash, your answer is absolutely wrong. I'll tell you one thing: the interviewers judge you by your hobbies. So be careful while talking about your hobbies. Don't take it so casually. No, ma'am, they are not same. Just tell me whether they are same or not. If they are same, write down same. If not same, write down not same. What does it mean? Yes, there is, Habiba. Do you think they are different or do you think they are same? I think same. 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 Not same. Okay. Now let me make one statement to you all. आपका कोई चीज में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो वो आपका हॉबी नहीं हो सकता है. Listen to me carefully. अगर आपका कोई चीज में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो वो आपका हॉबी नहीं हो सकता है. लेकिन हर चीज जिसमें आपका इंटरेस्ट है वो आपका हॉबी नहीं है. That means whatever. Suppose this is my set of interest. I have interest in all these things. Fine. So hobby is a subset of that. You all are very smart, smarter than me in mathematics, so you can understand. If interest is the bigger set, hobby is the smaller subset. That means what? If you have interest, then only you can take it as a hobby. But that doesn't mean that हर कोई चीज जिसमें मुझे interest है वो मेरा hobby है. No, Abhishek, cycling is a hobby. Let me tell you, cycling is a hobby. If you can go to metros, you will find there are cyclothons which are being conducted. Cyclothons, you can understand, where participants, they cycle, they win awards, prizes. Unfortunately, we do not take it up as a hobby, but it is a hobby. Any kind of sports, may it be swimming, playing chess, cycling, all these are hobbies. Okay, coming to the meaning of hobby. Hobbies are something that is done in your leisure time or in your pastime. Not interested? Don't take it as your hobby. If you're not interested in something. Oh my God, so many messages are there. So hobby is something. Is car racing. ये क्या car racing है? What car racing? Sitting and playing video games and car racing. How can you make it as your hobby? See, playing video games, chatting with friends, sleeping, watching TV, and something else, listening to music. I have seen out of let's say out of 100 students that I have interviewed so far, I have seen 95% of them, 95 of them say my hobby is listening to music. Now, can you tell me who doesn't like to listen to music? किसी music सुनना पसंद नहीं है. Everybody on the earth likes to listen to music. Yes, our choices are different. I like a different music, different style of music. You like a different style of music. So listening to music can't be your hobby, but singing can be your hobby. Watching TV, even if it is your hobby, don't say Believe me, watching TV, don't say, especially when you are in an interview, please don't say watching TV and listening to music are my hobbies. They are not productive hobbies. Ayush, you don't like music? Probably you are an alien then. I wonder how people live without music. Music gives you a different imagination. Now see, they all have started writing. I don't like to listen to music. I don't like to listen to songs. My hobby is reading. I'm coming to that. Your hobbies can be something productive. Now you will ask me, ma'am, ये productive hobbies क्या है? Productive hobbies का मतलब वो है कोई भी एक्टिविटी जो आप अपने लीजर टाइम में करते हो जिससे आपकी पर्सनालिटी में, आपके ओवरऑल पर्सनालिटी में कोई इंप्रूवमेंट आता है. कुछ एक ऐसा जो आप सीखते हो, कुछ एक ऐसा जो आपकी क्रिएटिविटी को इंप्रूव करती है. टीवी देखने से कुछ नहीं होता है. Yes, of course, if you're watching Discovery and other channels, it's up to certain extent it's okay. But then still, watching television is a big no. You like to watch television, you watch, but don't say that it is your hobby. I've seen many people saying that surfing internet. It depends what you are surfing. Chatting with friends. How can chatting be a hobby? Sleeping. Ma'am, my hobby is sleeping. Now imagine you go to the interview and you say, my hobby is sleeping. He'll say, go and sleep at home. Go and sleep at home. So, no. Think before you speak. Yes, sketching is a hobby, Girisha. It's a very good hobby. Gyanaranjan Sahu's hobby is sleeping. Are you still sleeping during the class, Gyanaranjan? My hobby is dancing is a hobby. Dancing is a hobby. Dancing, singing, drawing, writing stories, poetry, reading storybooks. She's a multi-talented girl. Okay, there are some other hobbies that you can include, like I don't think you all must be doing, but then there are hobbies like collecting stamps, collecting coins, sketching. Somebody has already mentioned sketching. Yes, playing and watching, not watching, playing football, cricket. Okay, now my advice to all of you is, if you are saying my hobby is reading, I'm taking the most common example. If you are saying my hobby is reading, kindly include what you read. Because if a person is a fond reader, अगर किसी को reading इतना ही पसंद है, तो वो हर कुछ read, सब कुछ read नहीं करता है. उसका अपना एक choice होता है, उसका अपना एक पसंद होता है. Like if you ask me, my liking is reading autobiographies of different personalities, famous personalities. I really love reading autobiographies because they inspire me a lot. So if you are writing, reading is your hobby. Habiba, if you're writing, reading is your hobby. Yes, that's what I wanted. Reading fantasy and magical tales. Absolutely correct. See, I'm telling you a psychological reason. अगर आप कहीं पे इंटरव्यू के लिए बैठे हो और वहाँ पे अगर आप बोल रहे हो my hobby is reading, तो उनको लगेगा कि हाँ सब कोई बोलते हैं, ये भी बोलता है. लेकिन if you are very specific and if you are too specific and you also name some books, the person will immediately get an idea that yes, this person is actually a reader. So be specific. So Habiba, if you can include some more names of the books that you have read, it is like Sonem Pe Suhaga. You are adding cherry on the cake. Same thing coming to dance. Dance is my hobby. क्या dance करते हो आप? क्या करते हो? Classical है, classical में भरतनाट्यम है, ओडिसी है, jazz, modern. बताओ तो कौन सा डांस आप करते हो? Hobby क्या है? Dance. I like to dance. How can you just frame a sentence like that? Be specific. If you are really a dancer, genuinely, if you are really a dancer, you must be having a particular form of dance. अगर आप सच्ची में dancer हो तो. I'm a painter. A big question mark. क्या paint करते हो भाई? Sketching, pencil work, watercolor, pastel. So many things can be done. Be specific. That will make you sound smart. Singer, arey, what do you sing? There's so many kind of songs, singing styles are there. What exactly do you do? What exactly do you sing? Be specific. Like I'll tell you, I will share one of my incidents. Like I was taking an interview of an engineering student, and he said that my hobby is writing poetries. Yes, writing poetries. I asked him, "Mare, on what theme do you write poetries? कौन सा theme है?" And he was blank. No, that means you have copied from somewhere. You have heard something and you are speaking. No, you have to be specific. Poetries, किसके ऊपर poetries लिखते हो? Nature है, कुछ और imagine करके. That's what I'm trying to say. Be specific. If you are playing guitar, it is better if you can mention what exactly you play, what kind of tunes you have learned to play. Classical dance, be more specific, Sanvi, because classical dance has got various forms. So let's say Odissi. If you are in certain grades of Odissi, you can also mention that I'm in my first year, second year, I don't know what are the years in Odissi dance. You can further mention it. That will sound more impressive. Finally, coming to the next most important part is, I'll take the session 10 minutes more. You have to bear with me. 10 more minutes and then we'll wind up the session. यहाँ तक जो introduction है, वो common introduction है. उसके बाद, उसके beyond अगर आप कुछ information देना चाहते हो, तो you can speak about your family, but that is optional. जरूरी नहीं है family के बारे में बोलना. In case you are speaking about your family, you can say my family comprises of 4 members. My father, my mother, my brother, my younger brother, and I. So talking about your family is completely on your choice. Or in case when somebody is asking about family, you can give them information. You are alone, koi bhai behan nahi hai. I'm the only child of my parents. You stay with your grandparents. Apart from my mother and father, I have my grandparents with me at home. Different style of framing sentences. Different style of framing sentences. Now, family जो है वो completely depend करता है अगर आपको question पूछा जाए तो या फिर आप उसको बताना चाहते हो तो. But family is not included in professional introduction. When you are in interviews, no need of talking about your family. Fine. Next important thing is when somebody is asking, in case somebody is asking you about your age, which is actually not a relevant question. Puchna nahi chahiye. Still, I have a very smart way of responding. Before I tell what the response is, can you tell me if somebody is asking you, what is your age? What will you reply? Now, age is also not needed. You don't need to tell your age. I don't want to tell my age. And how does it matter? In case somebody is asking, what will you reply? In case somebody is asking, how will you reply? My horror is to write, okay, I'm a teenager. Smart answer, I'm a teenager. Is it important to know my age? What will you do if the person is very formal? I'm 12 years old. I'm 12. I'm a teenager. I'm a teenager. I want some smart answer. I am 1 day smaller than the coming day. Okay, that's too smart. I like this response. I'm 16 years old. Mark the sentences. I am 16. I am 16 years old and I am 16 years. Tell me which is correct. 1, 2, 3. Say which is correct. 1, 2, 3. No, Suraj, your sentence is incorrect. Tell me which sentence is correct. After that, I'll give you a fantastic way of telling what your age is. ये तीन में से कौन सा सही है? I think I should stand here. Which one is correct? अच्छा, 1 correct है, 2 correct है, 3 correct नहीं है, 2 है, 3 है. Shakuntala Devi. Okay, anyway, see, you can relate the dialogue and you can put the dialogue here. This shows your presence of mind. I like it. Which one is correct? I'm not a teenager and ain't too young to be one. Okay. So you all are having a great, you have great responses. Okay, let me come to the answer. Correct, correct, wrong. Are 16 years? क्या है 16 years? I am 16 years का क्या है? 16 years what? This question mark over here. It's incomplete. The sentence itself is incomplete. So the correct sentence is I'm 16. I'm 16 years old. That's it. These two sentences. Rather, a smart way of responding. You can use 3 words for this. One is early, mid, and late. Let's say you are a teenager. आप एक teenager हो. आपको exact age किसी को बताना. I don't want to say my wish. I don't want to tell my age to anybody. So I can simply say I am in my early teens, or I am in my mid teens, or I am in my late teens. Can you tell me what is the difference between these 3, early teens, mid teens, and late teens? I am sweet 16. Aditya Nayak has written. Is it Aditya or Adyasha? If it is Adyasha, then the answer is absolutely correct, because she is sweet 16. I'm a sweet 16. Okay. See, of course, the age 16 is mostly considered to be sweet, but if it is a formal conversation, तो ये sweet 16 ना बोले तो अच्छा है. Correct, Adyasha. You are sweet 16, but formal conversation में ये sweet वाला word avoid करो. Right. Okay, now look at this. I am in my early teens. What does it mean? Mid-teens, late teens. Yes, she has given the right answer. Amrita, you can check Amrita. Amrita is Rajeshwari Behra. She has given the correct answer. When you're saying early teens, मतलब teenage का जो 10 years का जो span है, initial की कुछ age है, early, mid or late. I have just become a teenager. If it is an informal conversation, अगर ये informal conversation है, तो you can simply say that, do I have to tell my age? Is it necessary? If it's an informal conversation, then kindly don't do this in formal conversations. Okay. So fine. The last thing of the day. What do you at the end? Suppose you meet someone. And at the end, what do you say? आप किसी से मिले, बात किया, बहुत अच्छा लगा, फिर लास्ट में आप क्या बोलोगे? I repeat the question. आप किसी से मिले हो, आपने बात किया, फिर आप एंड में क्या बोलोगे? Bye. Anisha is saying bye. No, I want some sentence. What sentence will you say? Nice to meet you, Archita. Bye. See you soon. Okay, be with you every time. Nice to meet you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time. It's great connecting. Oh, I like it, Amrita. It's great connecting with you. Or I can say it's great interacting with you. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Bye. See you again. Now somebody is at the door. Thanks for your time. The most common one is nice to meet you. Glad to meet you. I had a very nice time with you, but I must hurry or my mom won't allow me. Okay. Now, this is a standard sentence, nice to meet you. Whether you like the person or you don't like the person, you have to say nice to meet you. Fine, it's like aapko chahe wo you don't like him. But yes, nice to meet you is the sentence. And yes, another thing is when you are giving your entire introduction, a smile on your face. I mean smile, not ज़्यादा हंसी नहीं. It should be a mild smile on your face that makes your personality very pleasant. Thank you for giving your precious time, Ayush. अच्छा, now my next question is, अगर किसी ने आपको nice to meet you कहा, तो आप क्या reply करोगे? My next question. अगर आपको किसी ने nice to meet you कहा, then what will you reply? I felt so great connecting with you. We should talk over coffee sometime later. Nice, thanks a lot. Oh my God, Habiba, if it is a guy, then the guy will absolutely fall for you. The way you are offering him for coffee, oh my God. So think before you offer someone for a coffee and talk. नहीं, my question is, अगर आपको किसी ने nice to meet you कहा, तो आप उसके return में क्या बोलोगे? अच्छा, Sanvi, nice to meet you too. Something more? कुछ अलग हो सकता है? Yes, Girisha, my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Or the pleasure is mine. It's my pleasure. Or the pleasure, the pleasure is mine. Or simply, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. Have a good day or have a good night. नहीं, हम have a good day ही बोलते हैं. We don't say have a good night. We only say good night. सिर्फ good night बोलते हैं. Fine. Now coming to the last. Oh, I had a nice time with you too. Okay, fine. Fine. Now let me tell you one thing. ये सब बोलने में बहुत easy है, बताने में बहुत easy है. But believe me, अगर आप इसको practice नहीं करोगे, then when you meet someone, तो आपके मुंह से वो sentence नहीं आएगा. So my earnest request to all of you that this 1 hour जो आपने आज invest किया है to learn how to introduce yourself, it is better you put into practice. And to put into practice, I have something for you. It's completely up to you. It's completely up to your choice. ठीक है? Make a short video of your self introduction. एक छोटा सा वीडियो बनाइए जहाँ पे आप अपना सेल्फ इंट्रोडक्शन दोगे. पहले क्या बोलना है? As we discussed, पहले आपको अपना नाम बोलना है, जैसे हमने डिस्कस किया है आज. नेम बोलना है, होम टाउन बोलना है, एजुकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन बोलना है. फिर अच्छा ऑक्यूपेशन, तो अगर आपका ऑक्यूपेशन हो तो ऑक्यूपेशन बोलना है. हॉबीज बोलनी है. फिर आप अपना फैमिली के बारे में बता सकते हो. To make it more interesting, you can make a short video where you give your self introduction and you can send it to me in my email ID, or if you have any other source, like if you have my number, you can forward it to me. I am always there for it. That will show me how much confident you all are. My email ID, I'll give you my other email ID which I remember. I do not remember my official email ID. I hope you all know my name. This is Atushi Karmakar. Is it visible? @gmail.com. Let me see who is the confident speaker here. Let me see who is the confident speaker here. So it's not a competition, it's just for your practice. Because believe me, swimming, swimming, अगर आप edge पे खड़े होकर सिर्फ देखोगे कि swimming कैसे होता है, तो आप जिंदगी भर swimming नहीं सीख पाओगे. Exactly, speaking is the same. You sit and you listen someone speaking, आप language तो सीख जाओगे, लेकिन बोलना नहीं सीखोगे. So that's what. Make a short video, send it to me, and if at all there is any feedback, अगर मुझे लगा कि कुछ changes चाहिए, आप में कुछ feedback चाहिए, then I'll of course, yes, it was excellent, Archita. It was, I'll give you the feedback. Fine. Okay. One more thing is that in case you have any issues with speaking, I'm not talking about the academic part. I'm talking to the others. If you have any issues with your spoken English, if you want to improve your communication skills, want to enhance your communication skills, you can write me at atushibhamakar@gmail.com and I'll be replying you back. Fine. Okay. So finally, signing off for the day. Done for the day. Oh my God, pointing devices. Okay, fine. I have noted that, Aditya. Now, last question to all of you before I end. Which is more interesting? Which one did you find more interesting? The grammar lessons or this communication? I can say the communication lesson that we have had today. Which one did you find more effective or more enjoyable? दो ऑप्शन है आपके पास. आपको क्या अच्छा लगा? ग्रामर का लेसन अच्छा लगता है या फिर अभी आपको लग रहा है नहीं स्पोकन इंग्लिश लेसन्स आर गुड? Because I'm thinking of coming up with some lessons beyond grammar. Grammar तो है ही, लेकिन grammar के साथ साथ हम थोड़ा साइड में भी will do something. Okay, both. Okay, today's session. Fine. Okay. All feedback noted. Now it's time to say good night. It's already 9:30. It's time to say good night. And yes, I finally thank all of you to come and join me. And I love exploring outside academic things, outside syllabus, outside. Exactly, that's what. Books to sab padhte hain. But that thing that you need outside your books that is what is going to make you shine in your career. We'll end up the session here, and I finally thank all of you to join me. I'm very elated to have you all over here. I hope you found this session informative. And finally, a very good night to all of you. Fine. Bye all of you. Bye-bye. And yes, about tomorrow's session, you will be informed. As usual, Sunday का grammar वाला session जो है वो मैं आपको बताऊंगी. Keep enlightening me. Yes, I have chosen this path of teaching and enlightening people, and I will keep doing it till my last breath. Okay. Bye all of you.